This one is showing the diagram shows a sand pit in a child's play area. The shape of the sand pit is a sector of the circle of the radius 2.25 and angle this. Calculate the area of the sand pit. Now we know the area of the sector is always theta over 360 multiply pi r square. If any sector mean if this is a circle, remember I always remind you, if this is circle, any, just like in pizza, you cut a piece of pizza, so that will give you the sector. Okay. By the way, just for a minute. Yeah, thank you. It was, this is 56 degree. So just put the value and get the area. Everything you have. Theta is 56 over 360 into pi 3.142 into r. What is r? R is 2.25 meter. The sand pit is filled with the sand to a depth of 0.3 meter. Calculate the volume of the sand pit. Now, what do you think? What shape it will take? It's an interesting thing. I told you sector can be converted into cone. Now, if I will convert this sector into cone, obviously the cone will look like this one. And what happened in that case? The radius become the slant height. Yes. The radius become the slant height. This is 2.25. Am I right? And what will be the height? The height is already given. This is the height 0.3. The depth mean the height. This radius now you have to find. The radius of the cone that will be formed from this one. So use this one, Pythagoras theorem, and first get the radius, because for the volume of the cone you need the radius. So 0.3, 2.25, and this is r. This is right angle obviously in the case of cone. Because remember in last lesson or before last, I think I explained you, if we convert the sector into cone, so the radius of the sector will become the slant height of the cone. And this arc length will actually become the circular base. One thing you can do is find the arc length, from there you can get the radius, or otherwise this information is given. Slant height, from slant height we can get the radius. That's it. It's right angle triangle, so Pythagoras theorem. If you are finding any side other than hypotenuse, then that side will be equal to hypotenuse square always minus the other side square, 0.3 square. Yes, please calculate and let me know. This will be the radius. Anyone?
2.19.
2.19. Can you try to keep it in, let me, 1 second, 2.25 square minus 0.3 square, 2.229, in 2.23 you can say, centimeter. Now what is the volume? Volume is 1 over 3 pi r square into height. That you have already. 1 over 3 pi is 3.142 into r, radius is 2.23 into height. What is the height? 0.3. Just calculate, that will be the volume. Simple. This cone is given. The diagram shows a glass in the shape of a cone for drinking the milk. The cone has a radius 6, height 15. A bottle of the milk holds 2 liters. Mean the volume, that the available volume with us is 2 liters. How many times the glass can be filled with the bottle? So first you should get the volume of this cone. What will be the volume of the cone? 1 over 3 pi r square into h. Get it? 1 over 3 pi is 3.142 into r square, yani 6 square and then into height 15. Yes, Abdullah Saleh, can you do calculation, please? Hmm. How much this will be?
565.56.
Sorry,
565.56.
565.56 centimeter cube. This one is in liters. Yes, this one is in liters. So if I have to convert this, first this available volume is 2 liters. Yes. So 2 liter, if I have to convert into centimeter cube, in 1 liter, how many centimeter cube are? 1000 centimeter cube, yes. So it will be 1000 centimeter cube. Meaning the available milk is 2000 centimeter cube. The volume of this cone is this one. So how many bottle we can fill completely? How many glass can be completely filled? So number of glasses if I have to take, the total volume divided by this volume. Mean from 2000 I can take one time, two times. So divide it. Yes, do the division please.
3.53. 6.
3.536.
6.
Now number of glasses, if I will say the glasses, complete glasses will be 3, because we can't say half and say. So 3 complete glasses. Calculate the volume of the milk left in the bottle, because if I will take 3 glasses out of that, so how much the volume will be from 3 glasses? As you know, it's not a complete answer. Full 3 glasses will be. So remaining obviously the milk will be left inside. So first get 3 into 565.56. What it will be?
1696.68.
1696.68.
68.
So what will be remaining? This has been taken by 3 glasses. So what will be remaining from 2000 minus this 1696.68? Yes, do subtract.
303.32.
303.32 centimeter cube. This will be remaining. So you can see it will not completely build, but less than that one. Clear? This one. I think we may need to use the similarity property here, but let's see. A solid cone has a base radius 4 and a height 10. This is a full cone. You can see a big cone is like this one, whose base radius is given. Base radius is 4 centimeter and the height is 10 centimeter. This height is given as 10 centimeter. Mathematically similar cone is removed from the top. From the top, another cone is removed. You can see like, so obviously the cone will be like this one. Its radius will be different than this radius. The volume of the cone that is removed is 1 over 8 of the volume of the original cone. So this has 1 over 8 of this volume. Explain why the cone that is removed has a radius 2 centimeter and height 5 centimeter. In other words, you are asked to find the volume, height and radius of this cone. So let's see. First, I will get the volume of this big cone. What will be the volume of big cone? I will say it V1, okay? 1 over 3 time pi time pi r square, r is 4, time height is 10. Yes, please calculate this one. Hmm? 1 over 3,
167.6.
167.6. Okay, instead of that, one more thing I can do, because I don't want the answer in the decimal. So rather than that, it's better if I don't put the value of pi. Okay, keep the pi. That will be more helpful to me to get a better answer. I will say time pi time 4 square. So then what it will be? It will be 1 over 3 pi into 16 into 10, yani 160. Yes. So I can say 160 over 3 pi. This is the volume of the big cone. Now, what will be the volume of the small cone? V2, if I will say. The volume of small cone, which is given, it is 1 over 8 of the big cone. Yes, of V1. So 1 over 8 times 160 over 3 pi. But it will be, if I want to keep 1 over 8, you can do in decimal also, but it's better if you keep the value of pi as it is. So 1 over 8 into 160 over 3. It will be 20 over 3 pi. 20 over 3 pi. And as the question is saying, the cones are mathematically similar. If the cones are mathematically similar, just for a while, have a look here. Mathematically similar mean the ratio of the volume will be equal to that we can use. Let me say its radius is r, its radius is 4, and its height is h. Because volume now I have, its volume is v1, its volume is v2. So if I will use this property is v1 over v2. The ratio of the volume will be equal to ratio of corresponding side. So first I will consider the radius ratio I will take. Any 4 over r cube, that will be. So put the values here. What is v1? v1 is 160 over 3 pi over v2 is 20 over 3 pi. You can see this is 4 over 3 cube. Pi can cancel with pi, this, and 3 will cancel with 3. So you will be left with 160 over 20 is equal to 4 over r. Sorry, I write by mistake 3 is r. 4 over r cube. 2 and 8. You will be left with 8 is equal to 4 over r cube. Take the cube root. My calculations sometimes are longer, but I always try to make them as easy as possible. This will be 2 equal to, this cube and cube root will cancel, 4 over r. So what will be r? You can do cross multiplication. 2r will be equal to 4. So r will be equal to 4 over 2, meaning 2 centimeter. So you can see this is what we have to prove. After that, about the height, now you can use once again. You can say v1 over v2. Now take for the height, ratio of the height of the big one is 10, so 10 over h cube, because they are mathematically similar. Yes, so 10 over h cube, what that is going to be. Put the values now. v1 is again 160 pi over 3 over 20 over 3 pi equals to 10 over h cube. After cancellation, you know what we will be left with, pi 3 with 3, and this will be left with 8. So 10 over h cube. Take the cube root on both sides. Take the cube root. Take the cube root. 2 equals to 10 over h. Cross multiply, so 2h is equal to 10. H will be 10 over 2, any 5. So h will be 5 centimeter. That is what we proved. Make sure you understand this one, please. And then calculate the volume of the remaining solids. Fill the volume of the remaining solid. Mean this volume you have to calculate. So it's very simple. What will be this volume? Volume of remaining solid, which is actually a shape of a cup. So volume of remaining solids mean it will be the volume of big cone minus the volume of smaller cone. Because if you need only this one, you will take this big cone minus this small cone. The remaining volume will be this one, this cup. Remember we did one question like this one in the previous lesson also. Yes, this is the volume of the cup. So you can get it. V1 we know. What is V1? 160 pi over 3 minus, already I calculated, so no need to calculate again. So 160 pi over 3 minus 20 over 3 pi. So you can just take 3 LCM, 160 pi minus 20 pi. It will be 140 pi over 3. Just put the value of pi now and calculate that. That's it. Clear? So simple without any problem. Next question is the diagram shows the entrance of a tunnel. This is like, tunnels are used. The circular arc has a radius 3 centimeter. This is the circular arc having the radius 3 centimeter. And the central angle is 120. During the storm, the tunnel filled with the water. The level is shown in shaded. Calculate the shaded area. This shaded area you have to calculate. It's interesting. Yes or not? So actually, you need to find this angle first. This angle. As we know, the total angle with the line is 180. That has been divided into two equal parts. This is 120, so remaining 60, 30 this one and 30 this one, because they are same thing. At this side and this side is same, so this is 30, this is 30. So what you should do? This one obviously will be, this is like a circle. In the circle, this one is what? Sector, sector, triangle. So you should find what will be the shaded area. Shaded area will be this triangle area. Yes, shaded area for the sector. What will be for this sector? I will say this number 1, number 2. Number 1 and 2 will be same thing. Yes. So sector 1 plus sector 2, area of sector 2, area of sector 1 and 2 plus area of triangle. Now what is area of sector 1? Sector 1 is theta over 360, always area of sector formula. Theta over 360 into pi r square plus this one will be same plus area of triangle. Now for the triangle you have the central angle and two sides, so 1 over 2 multiply the sides, 3 into 3 into sine of angle 120, and that's it. Do the calculation with your calculator, there will be no problem. Better do separate calculation and then add them. Okay, this will be the shaded area. The tunnel is 50-meter long. Calculate the volume in the tunnel. Whatever this area you will get, the volume will be this shaded area, because water is filled till this one. So whole through the tunnel, it will go long like this one. So you will multiply with the length in a shaded area, multiply the length of the tunnel. That's it. That will give you the volume of the full water in the tunnel. Clear? Okay, keep till this one. Rest inshallah we will do tomorrow. All right. I will share this work and